it apparently has been subjected to intense but brief heat. Okay, as in a microwave.
Microwave heat.
Okay,
Yeah,
and this we know, but now where's it come from? How they do that? We don't
Have
know.
they deciphered the solar system? You know,
Oh,
similarities.
determine where that might be? Not that I'm aware of.
So what if we digested those crops?
I don't think anything would happen to you.
Couldn't be any worse.
It'd be like microwaving them, okay? And as I hope all you realize, when you microwave something, you kill everything in it. So you're not going to get any nutrition out of anything that's been microwaved, okay? But I'll have to admit I'm lazy too, and it's real easy to heat something up for a few seconds in a microwave. But I try not to make my main diet out of microwave cooking. If you're microwaving, hey, it's really good for popcorn, okay? And it may be good for briefly heating something up quickly that's frozen. But please, or heating water. Yeah, but you know, when you heat the water or you heat your coffee or your tea, you're killing everything in it.
That might be a good idea.
That might be
Might
a
be
good
good.
idea.
Might be. So all I'm saying is please don't make your whole diet on stuff that's been microwaved. Yes, sir.
Okay, what specifically are the different names of the different kinds of extraterrestrials and interdimensionalists, and then how do they relate to like ancient cosmologists, like the Aztecs, the indigenous cosmologists?
Okay, all right. The question is, what are the different alien species and how they relate to the ancients? All right. Well, you know, well, let me make this analogy. If we were all outside and an airliner was going over 37,000 feet, and you pointed up and said, we all know there's people in that airliner, okay? And you say, who are they? Are they good or bad? Try answering that. You can't answer that, okay? Because there's all kinds of different people in that plane. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are indifferent, some of them are in between. Okay, it's the same thing. See, we are still in the process of learning and becoming more sophisticated about these topics. In the 50s, the big question was, do they come from Mars or do they come from Venus? All right, well, we got a little more sophisticated. So by the 70s and 80s, the question was, do they come from Alpha Centauri or Zeta Reticuli 4? And today, we're even a little more sophisticated. Now you got really credible thinking scientists and people who will actually talk about it, who say, well, do they come from another dimension? Do they come from another time? And I'm here to tell you the answer. The answer is yes. All of the above. Okay, we're dealing with various groups. Some of them have their own imperatives, which may not be, conducive to the best interest of the humans. But as I said before, obviously, overt hostility is not one of them. You may have some that have a little more benign interest in humans. But I think, and now this is my personal theory, that there is something akin to the Star Trek concept of the prime directive, which is that just like with the tribe in the rainforest, we didn't, as we would have in the past, go in and slaughter them all or give them diseased blankets or Bibles or something. We're a little more sophisticated, and we're going to study them. We're going to find out, how that works. And so I think we have gained in sophistication and knowledge, and I think that now we understand that it's not right to interfere with the natural evolution of a species. And I think that if they are advanced enough from us to have, this space travel, intergalactic space travel, faster than light technology, then they're probably advanced enough to understand that it's not proper to meddle or to interfere with the natural evolution of a species. Now, whether that's a law, as we understand a law, in that if you violate it, the cops will come get you, I don't know. It may be more of just an agreement that everybody of good heart agrees that we're not going to do that, okay? But then that leaves open the question, then why do we have things like Roswell? Was that truly an accident? Or was that a surreptitious event to allow us to obtain advanced technology? Well, gee, you can't get us for breaking the prime directive. It was an accident. Our ship crashed, That'll give you something to think about. There's all kinds of ramifications to this. Dave?
Yeah, Jim, the pyramids on Mars, during the alignment in 3, okay, in...
Just like on the Giza Plateau?
Right, okay, pyramids in the Giza Plateau, pyramids in Mesoamerica are aligned like that, often for the solstice, the middle pyramid, the sun will go directly over the solstice, winter and summer, the vernal and invernal equinox will be for the... Like I know Richard Hoagland did a lot of work on Mars.
Right.
Do you know anybody that's tried to do a correlate on Mars to see if it's the same thing happening on
All right, he's asking if I know of anybody that's tried to correlate the positions of the pyramids on Mars with the pyramids on Earth, and other than the fact that they do seem to be in the same alignment and configuration, no, I don't know of anybody that's done all of the in-depth work on it, but let me tell you something that's going to blow your way, okay? This is going to blow your mind, and I'm going to leave you with this. I want you to think about this. How many of you know what sidereal time is? There's 1, 2, 3, handful. We keep time by the Greenwich time, which is based on the revolvement of the Earth around the Sun. This creates problems because right now it's whatever time it is, about 9:30, 9:45 here in Austin, Texas. That means it's 7:45 on the West Coast, right? And I have problems with this all the time. That means it's 10:45 on the East Coast because we have this different time because it's based on the movement of the sun across the Earth. All right? That's the time we keep. But the ancient sailors and astrophysicists and astrologers, they have a need for a more constant time, a time that is not based on the revolvement of the Earth around the sun.